Good day, viewers. You're welcome to Moment with PJ. My name is Udochukwu Queen Ihoma. I'll be your anchor for today's program. Today, we'll be talking about a striking statistics. 70% of women says their man is not enough for them. And so I have PJ here with me today to help us share an idea on this particular issue. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, Queen.
Sir, I want to ask you the credibility of these statistics. Are there specific studies or surveys to prove this?
Well, I have not confirmed that 70% of women are discontented about their men. You are a woman, maybe we should start from you. But I don't want to bring you at the point. But the bottom line is a greater number of women are not happy where they are. We can say that for sure. We know that by experience and exposure, a greater percentage of women are not really happy, but they have to do all they can to make it go. But if 70% is confirmed, then it's massive. It means a lot are actually going through problems.
Okay, thank you, sir. So, what do you think that can make a woman feel like she's not good enough for her man? How can she cope?
Yes, when you said that, I know that lack of emotional attachment can make a woman feel that way. Improper or lack of communication can also do that. Okay,
Okay,
where there is also failed promises, failed expectations.
okay,
Because most women go into marriages with promises and expectations. It's not bad. But again, if these promises are becoming too frequent without any signs of manifestation, it can actually make a woman feel that way. So, lack of communication can cause it, lack of that emotional attachment can cause it, failed promises, aspirations not being met, expectations. You know, they say expectation is the mother to manifestation. And
mm,
so you have expectations before you go into it, and then you're not seeing it, it shatters the heart. You understand?
okay,
Yes.
okay. When a woman feels that way about herself in a marriage, how do you think her man will perceive it, and what negative impact do you think it will have on the man?
Okay. Now, sensitivity is very key. Each spouse needs to be sensitive. Sensitive to body gestures, sensitive to emotional feedback, sensitive to language, and sensitive to body language. It's important. Now, if you overlook body signs as a man, you might be overlooking vital information your wife is passing. Because a woman will not just talk to you first with her words. She would expect her man to look at her eyes, look into her eyes and say, okay, you're not feeling happy. All right. You go out to work, you're coming back. The kind of cold reception she gives, she's passing the message. Call my attention to ask. And so when you are not that man that pays attention, you may not be helping yourself in the long run. Okay. Now that's the first thing a woman expects. But
Respect.
let's assume this woman gets into a man who doesn't have a time, who doesn't pay attention to her body signs and all that. She has one option. The option is to open up, call her husband for a frank conversation. I am not happy in this marriage due to ABC reasons. She has that right to calling her husband's attention. That is, if the man failed to see that her mood is changed, her emotional pull, emotional attraction or attachment to him has withdrawn, her communication style has dwindled. Any man or most men or all men should pay attention to this. But so when the man doesn't see that, because that's the first thing woman expect, then the woman should open up and say, honey, can we talk? Let him know. All right. Now, once that is done, it is now left for the man to go deeper and take over the conversation. What is the problem? Commitment, involvement. Okay. But unfortunately, women that tend to have such experiences have men that don't care, even when you tell them.
Mm.
And that becomes a problem. But if she gives body language and he fails to understand, have a one-on-one meeting with him, by that you have justified yourself. Then the man can take it off from there and ask, okay, what's the problem? Okay, in the course of conversation, we'll know why the problem, because the why of the problem will tell us how to correct the problem. Do you understand? So
Okay.
the woman need to talk if the man doesn't understand body language or ignores body language.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Uh, how can a man combat these feelings of inadequacy in their woman?
Okay, it depends on what area of inadequacies, okay, the woman is feeling. For example, a lot of things can trigger that low self-esteem in a woman. A lot. The way a man talk to a woman matters. Okay, your wife is not a superwoman, even though she's very brainy. Okay, so she can make a wrong decision. Don't shout her down, especially before people. All right. So let us assume all of that was not done, and the woman is feeling short, not proud of herself, and the man is a caring man or a man that wants his home to be happy. Engage the woman in a conversation. One, let us discover what is the cause first. Okay, because every cause has its own cure.
Yeah.
So you don't generalize the treatment. But we can narrow in on the cause, then we can know what to do. So is it that he's an abusive man? There's a way to correct that. Is it that a man that shouts? There's a way to correct that. Is it a man that don't take you up because he's not proud of you? Okay, there's a way we correct that. So if it's an abusive man, the man needs to go to therapy. One or two persons to be called to the man
Okay.
to speak with him, to know that everybody has a value. Even your gate man has a value, not even your wife. So you should speak to the wife based on the value of a woman. All right. So how will the husband make the man come out of it? Depends on what made her go into it. So it's on case by case basis. But if it's a loving man, a man that wants his home to go well, at that point he will feel bad because my wife is not happy in my home. A very good man will feel bad that his wife is not happy. No one man is happy to see his wife being sad, except the man is not a good man. So a good man will, okay, what do we do? They can go through the journey together. Start building confidence in her again. If it's about outing, take her out, flaunt her. If it's about dressing, make her dress well. Speak good of her even for your friends. Okay? You can make her feel very important. And with that, you find that she start regaining her confidence again. And that's all.
Thank you, sir, for throwing light into that. I had wanted to make a reference to what you said. Some women, maybe couples, when they get married newly, both of them might be on same page, but in the course of their marriage, probably the man started progressing much higher than the woman, and
That
then
is if they both are on the same page,
on
is
same
it
page when they got
salary
married,
scale or something? Okay.
and then the man probably might be elevated somehow in finance, okay, and then the woman might feel that her level is not up to this man.
Okay.
You understand? Again, okay, seeing her husband being that large, being that big, and she is not, might trigger something of that low esteem.
Yeah.
You understand? And might prompt her feeling that she's not good enough for this man. Or the man might be extremely handsome. You know, some men might not really be looking good when they get married newly. In the course of that marriage, as soon as they start eating well, start seeing money, you see they're handsome, they start
Coming up.
showing. You understand? And the woman might not even know that this level of beauty is in the man. Okay? Can he also make the woman also feel that she's not enough,
Okay,
good
for
enough for the
me,
man?
yeah, that can actually happen. For the first scenario, marriage is not a competition.
Okay?
I want to believe any woman with good intention, seeing her husband prospering or going higher, she'll be happy. All right, because, oh, that's my guy. She should be proud, okay? So if she's now feeling inferior, it means she was competitive from the beginning. That is one.
Okay.
Also, if she's now feeling, wow, I don't want him because of the caliber of men
Man.
he now goes with. Now, that tells me how they started. Your husband is your friend. Your wife is your friend. You see, I don't want to just this husband and wife thing. They were friends. If they were friends before they started, his status does not destroy his friendship.
Friendship.
So it is friendship that gives birth to husband and wife. That's why I believe in healthy dating period where I end up marrying my friend. So I'm talking to my wife, not because she is a wife. I'm talking to my wife because she is my friend. Okay. Now, if God start elevating a man, there are things the man needs to do to carry the wife along. At every progress as they go, inform the woman. Let her be in the picture.
Okay.
Let her be aware of happenings. Always discuss with her. Because we should expect that such psychological challenge might come or know when you are that high. But when you always carry her along, if there are occasions when you needed to come with your better half, flaunt her.
Yeah.
I get what I'm saying. Let people know that is the crown over your head.
Yeah.
When you put her at the forefront in occasions that such warranted, you kill that esteem. You kill it. But when you always leave her at home, every time you come, you give her a reported speech. You are destroying her gradually.
Yeah.
But when you come, her babe, can you imagine? I'm going to this place. We are going together.
To be excited.
Yeah. So when she's involved in your planning, and marriage destroys the singularity of words. There must be that plurality. It is about we. This job is for us. My position is for us. Babe, it's for us.
Wow.
Do you understand?
Yes.
You must see her not just as a wife, but the friend you have in her. So your wife should be your friend, your husband should be your friend. And it can happen to both partners because there are cases where the woman is one flying and the man is not known. Do you understand?
Yes.
We have the World Bank chief can be a woman and the man is not known. Okay, so the same thing is expected to play out. Always carry your better half along. It is like the snail and the shell. They go together.
Yes.
They share their wins. They share their pains. They celebrate their joys and their wins together. Okay, so each other should be careful how they celebrate their joy, not excluding the other. They should go together.
Thank you very much, sir, for that enlightenment. Okay, now, sir, how important is open communication in addressing these feelings of inadequacy
It
in
cannot be
marriages? And then,
overemphasized.
what are the effective ways to start the communication?
Okay, number one, I want to believe the man is expected to be attentive to the wife. Attention is not just about when she talks and you listen. No, you should be able to read your wife's mood. Any good romantic man should know when the wife is happy
Yes.
because women express their feeling via facial expression, via the body languages. Okay, and so it's expected that the man should spot it. In fact, that the man spot it, the problem is 30% solved. Should be happy that wow, you even have time to pay attention to knowing my smile has changed. But imagine if she was one that now called for a meeting. She'd be so disappointed. For the past 2 weeks, I've been down in this house. You didn't know. That's how we die in your house. It means the man doesn't pay attention. And so if the man was one that spotted it, that problem is over 30% solved. Are you getting me? So the first way to communicate is for the man to be sensitive enough to discovering that there are changes about her. They engage her. My dear, come. I notice you've been cold of late. What's the issue? Do you care for an outing? You will know. So when the man initiates, like I said, the problem is almost gone. So talk to me. What have I done wrong, baby? At that point, the man should take the place of a humble person. What have I done? You know how much I love you. Certainly, it's not deliberate. I was overclouded by work and the challenges, but trust me, what I feel for you is a feeling of togetherness in my heart. It's not dimmed by distance. Reassure this
Tell you.
woman.
Yes.
It's not dimmed by distance. I carry him out wherever I go. I'm sorry I never showed it. It's work pressure, but I'm here now. Can we talk? Tell me if you're the one, how will you do?
Of course, I'll give you.
So it's about men paying attention.
Yes.
So that's how to communicate. Because if you're allowed to raise it, it shows you don't pay attention. You may not get the result so soon. But when the man spots it, wow, it's a mind thing. Well, he even knows I'm not happy. Okay, that's a good one to start. Yes,
Thank you very much, sir.
yes.
And now, do you think social media plays a significant role in perpetuating the idea that many women aren't good enough for their men?
Yeah, so,
Okay, and how can the negative what how can it be mitigated?
okay. Social media is a very good, veritable tool for anything today.
Hmm.
We are now living in a networked economy. That's what it's called.
Yes.
All right. And so it's a good one, but in its goodness and all that, there are one or two adverse effects it's having on our kids, on the youth, the generation, and even on our family. I can tell you for free, I'm not sure of statistics, but most of the things we see on social media are make believe. Take the Facebook for example. How many persons want to show their problem on Facebook? If I want to take a picture and share on my Facebook, I will not share when I'm hungry. I'll share the best of my pictures where I'll have 100 likes and comments. Okay?
Hmm.
And so it does not make sense to allow what we see, hear, or read on social media to affect our mood. Does it affect? It does. Because we see a lot of things and expectations displayed. Okay? Yes, it affects. And so that is why the husband and the wife at home should be reassuring because the social media is there to affect us negatively
Hmm.
and, of course, positively. It depends on what you are looking for.
Looking for.
It's like a supermarket compartment. If you want the bad news, you get the bad news. If you want the good news, you get the good news. If you want the gossip, you get the gossip.
Yes.
Okay? So, as couple, we should shield ourselves from what is affecting us negatively.
Negatively.
Okay?
Yes.
If it does affect negatively. But we should know that what we are seeing may not be real in real life.
Wow.
And so, why follow what may not be
Be
real?
real.
Your marriage can be 100 times better than the one that's talking to you right from social media.
Yes.
We've seen marriage counselors that spoke glowingly about their marriage. 1 year into their show, marriage crashed. I get what I'm saying?
Yes.
But we idolize them. Anything can happen. And so don't build anything you see. Don't take anything on social media as
Yes.
finality. Come back to your spouse. Discuss what you have seen. Filter what you have seen based on the current condition within your family and throw what is not necessary.
Well, thank you very much, sir, for that explanation. Now, finally, sir, what are some actionable steps viewers can take today to start feeling more confident and appreciated in their marriages?
Okay, number one, always reassure your spouse or reassure yourself that you still love them. Last time you were asking me how often should we say I love you, that is been bastardized and all of that. Always reassure your spouse. Always reassure your
Your
spouse.
spouse.
And if you are married, you must get intimate. It binds. There must be that emotional connect. As much as you can, reduce that disconnect. Reduce it. If you're a man that travels or a woman that travels due to job, as much as you can, reduce it. All right. So, number one, always verbalize how much you love your spouse, how beautiful you feel they are, how much you miss them, how much of them you want to see, how you want to run back home into their arms. Verbalize these things. Okay. Then, number two, you must ensure you create time for emotional intimacy. You must create time for that bonding. It is important. Don't be too busy not to bond. Don't be too busy not to share the bed together. It's important. Then you must learn the art of communicating. I tell people communicating is not talking. I can talk, but yet I'm not communicating.
Yes.
Communicating is me saying my ideas to you and you understanding it the way I want it to be said. And it's a two-way thing. It's from the word to commune, and it takes more than one to commune. So communicate is for us to talk. Beyond talking is to share, because another word for communication is sharing. So you must learn to share ideas, share good times together, go for indoor games, go for outing with your busy schedules, go for weekend trips, visit families together, and of course, plan your long-term goals together. Like I said, you need to do things in the plural sense. Don't always singularize or personalize things. Always factor in your spouse in your decision. Even if you know what you want to do, seek the consent or the opinion of your better half. Let them feel you belong. Don't do something and say I want to surprise you. No. Bring your spouse in. What do you think about this? You see, when we are jointly planning, it means we have where we are going together.
Yes.
And so planning should not be done by one person. The two of you should and must be involved in the planning. When the executing starts, the both of you should be involved in the execution of the project. So when you do this, there is binding. Yes.
Thank you very much, sir, for having me on the show.
Thank you.
It's always nice having you around. Thank you very much, sir. Dear viewers, thank you for watching. Then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Shalom, greeting in Jesus' precious name.
Amen.